What's up, guys? I guess it's just my human nature to win, but everything is going good. We're gonna recap this trade. So today, I took a trade on ES. I made $356 on my funded. So we are up we're up $740 about. So we're about halfway there for our profit target on this 25K account. But today, again, I made $356. So a good little trade, and we're just gonna go over it. So my initial bias for the day was bullish, and that is where we went. But I just really kind of, first off, want to get into the general structure of today. We've just been at all-time highs, and what has been very consistent, if we turn on this trading session, we've kind of just been going up. Like this last week, we were most days, really ever since like the start of this month, we've just had a lot of really big bullish days, and today was no different. So coming into today, our 4-hour time frame was very bullish. We did have this gap that we ended up filling. It's not a 4-hour gap, but it was like a market open gap that we did end up filling. Or sorry, it was a gap from Sunday open price action, Sunday night. But 4 hours super bullish on both indexes, which we'd like to see that. But we're just kind of looking where I was thinking. So pretty much right into pre-market, we sweep London lows on both indexes. Super cool. There's our liquidity sweep. I just considered London session consolidation. We did this is pretty much consolidation. We did technically sweep Asian highs, but I just considered us filling in this gap that was caused by Sunday open price action. So we filled in this gap during London session. So I just really considered London session more or less consolidating, not manipulating. So we get our low time frame manip. That's slang, by the way, for manipulation. Gonna put you guys on, which is super cool. Love to see it. And then right away, pretty much in the market open, we just get this huge, the stupid candle. Like Trump, like really, man, really. Anyways, we get this huge ass candle. So I was originally wanting to take this trade on Nasdaq. Market open. Yeah, we could tell. It didn't even fully. Yeah. Anyways, we just freaking rip. I could have entered off of a 1-minute break of structure. I would have done that on ES. I didn't though. Just because I was like, we're gonna get a retracement. We're gonna get a fill of a fair value. No, we're just gonna go straight to this. Just straight to all-time highs, because let's just rip. Anyways, what was really cool that formed. We basically got the 5-minute break of structure, and then we had a 5-minute equilibrium, a 5-minute fair value gap form on ES. So ideally, I was wanting us to push into the zone and then take a trade off of the zone. And that's really what I thought was going to happen, because we inversed this 1-minute fair value gap. We changed 1-minute order flow, so now we were bearish on the 1-minute, still bullish on the 5-minute. I really thought we were going to get some type of retracement, and we actually did get that retracement on NASDAQ. We filled equilibrium for, this is just so dumb. I don't know why it doesn't fully show this candle. This was like the 5-minute move right here. So we fill equilibrium, which is pretty chill. But we don't get that on ES. So what I did really want to take a trade just because we did have a SMT that was formed, a bearish SMT, because NQ took out all-time highs. ES did not up until this point. But something that has been very, very common, or what I've seen recently in price action, is if one index takes out a, I guess, all-time high, or a high that is like critical level, like a news high or something like that. Both indexes will want to balance each other out. They've been kind of moving like a disconnect from each other. They've been kind of like, even today, like we get this huge move, but on the NASDAQ, we tank, like and then we do the move. It's just been really weird price action thanks to a lot of things, but especially the war. Anywho, so I did really want to take a trade, and we get a 1 minute break of structure. So I could have waited for a better retracement, but I kind of just viewed this as my retracement, as my pullback. At the same time, on the 5 minute, NQ pulled back into that 5 minute. There wasn't a fair value gap; it was 5 minute equilibrium. So I thought price on both indexes had very strong potential to reverse. So I did enter. I entered with lighter risk. It was like $200, but I did protect it under the second low. So really at the 5 minute low. And we rip, which is like super cool. So originally I had my take profit just set at the all-time high, and that gave me like a 1.33 RR, which is pretty shit. So something that I've been experimenting with is having things run a little more. So I just made this really simple today. I just went right to 2. Could have made it, I could have expanded it for sure. You know, I think at the end of the day, like could have captured like 8 or something stupid. I mean, yeah, like 8. Which again, I'm not gonna fully ever capture that, but there's definitely more on the table to be had in terms of letting trades run. So this was done with 4 contracts. In the future, I would really have loved to split up those 2 contracts and maybe take profit where I took profit with 2, maybe let 1 or 2 of them run, something like that. And that's what I have been experimenting with, but I just need to continue doing that. So overall, this was a pretty good trade. Not the best confluences, but really, I had a really strong idea of bias, of order flow, and I really predicted well where this trade was going to go. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah, and overall, making good progress towards passing my first funded. We need to be doing that. That's step 1. So we're going to do that. Alright, you guys. Well, thank you for watching. Go check out the Instagram at RealChenTrades, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ka-chow, or capiche, capoosh.
He who is back again, never quick to fail. Double back, won't miss a meal. Sharp as steel, don't hurt everything there is to say about me. I ain't tripping, don't let lucky hear, he don't play about me. Loyalty is not for sale. Wishing those who wish me well, a great bill of health. They don't teach the broke kids how to maintain the wealth.